the human attention span. It's a very fickle thing. If you don't catch it right away, you're gonna lose it forever. That's why TV shows have cold opens, books have awesome prologues, and music services won't pay for less than 30 seconds of listen time. Does that apply to video games? I'm gonna put that to the test and give you my first impressions. Ding. Oh, it's not gonna start in full screen because why would it? It's one of those games, huh? Hexadrive, why? Cryware, why? Just start my games in full screen unless otherwise stated. Cause I gotta skip over like the stuff to get into options. That's great. Options. Original settings, display settings. Is that really all I can do? Oh God. Really? Only 900p? Really? Really? True. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Borderless window brings it up to where I need it to be. I was about to have a fit. All right. All right, that's all I needed, game. I wonder how many people that trips up at the start. That's why I show settings in first impressions, because sometimes that can screw with people. All right, let's go. Okami. I'm reading in the wrong directions. It's very artistic and blurry. It's probably why they have a low resolution. Oh, it's like Banjo-Kazooie, huh? Indeed. I like the cherry blossom leaves. It's very pretty and blurry. To satiate the appetite of Orochi-saki, aka the Shredder, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast. Oh, so it's me. A young maiden was offered as a sacrifice around the annual festival, with a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks. Its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. Except for maybe someone. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. That doesn't look white at all. That's the opposite of white. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. I'm sorry, Japanese people and weebs. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. But they were wrong! One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. I hope they say that guy's name out loud in the game. Otherwise, I'm going to look like an idiot. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into giggity, the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Lady Nami? Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign, determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all. Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave! That's where all the Clefairies live, and Geodudes and Zubats. A place as dark as evil itself served as Orochi's home, as Nagi stood bravely before the entrance. A beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on, he sliced well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. This has been Hoax Reads audiobooks. You can download them now on Audible. Not a sponsor. Just kidding. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village, bearing its fearsome claws. That name again, Shiranui, leapt toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. It would be way too expensive to animate. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. And somebody painted a circle and things happened. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. We have less than 6 minutes left, and we haven't gotten through the prologue. Orochi saw a chance to strike. What would be the final blow? But Shiranui refused to give in with the last ounce of strength. The majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. And gameplay? The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. That's a pretty moon. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary, channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms. He leapt ferociously towards Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Can I do that? You don't have to tell me. Let me do it. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned Kamiki. When they reached the village, oh my god, look at me. Village elder stroked the wolf's head in response, blah-de-dee-blue. I mean, I know story is important. I want to try some gameplay. World building, I know. I'm sorry, dear viewers. Peace had returned. I want to give you like a recommendation on more aspects than just this. Erected. Can I? Oh, there is a skip. Okay. Sorry. Oh my god. It just skips to more. How about now? Now loading. We got 3 minutes. A horrible fuck's sakes. I know. I shouldn't be mad. Okay, it looks cool. Wow, you loaded me into there just to run into a thing. Ah! Oh, why is it so blurry? It's like it's supposed to be in 3D or something. It's hurting my eyes. Is it supposed to look like this? Oh, that's an origin mirror. They say that once your reflection appears on its surface. Okay, basically it's a save spot. Let's go. I know, right? Look, I found a savey spot. Boing. I did it. Oops. Now I did it. Off I go then. Oh god. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Controls are a little bit sensitive. Look at these pots just waiting to be broken. My name's not Link. Okay. Yay. That's I kind of would have figured that out on my own game. That didn't need to be spelled out to me. I mean, breaking pots is kind of video game 101. Okay, the camera does, like, it moves a little too slowly for the actual character's movement. Oh god, except for the up and down, that moves fast. Okay. Whoa, hold on there, furball. Get a load of that. Giggity. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. Okay. 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 I knew I could do it. Okay. Okay. Keep my eyes peeled. You got it. Running out of time. Let me into the chest. I got a bone. Hells to the freaking yeah. And also, why you gotta hide me? It's not very nice. Also, good luck trying to hide me. I forgot to load item. So haha, joke's on you. But now it's loaded, so now you're hiding me will work. I'll trigger it for you. If I remember how. That just turns it off. Rules. Here we go. And there it goes. Perf. All right, so that's Okami. Like 10 hours of reading at the beginning, and then tutorial stuff, and then you get a bone. First impression, pretty typical of a long Zelda-ish RPG. I'm not gonna say don't play it because obviously it is good. It feels a little rough around the edges. But also that's because it's like an old ass game. I don't like the way it looks right here. It's making me have a bad headache with its like double vision type of thing. I feel like it's supposed to be in 3D or something, and that is just wonking me out. But playing further into this game, I've heard nothing but good things, and I don't know, man. If I had a lot more time to play this game, it probably would be the absolute tits. So I'm gonna give it a thumbs up tentatively, because I know people give this game very high praise and it's quite celebrated, but I'm going to warn you, slow burn. That's all. Moving on.